Tonight, 5 Investigates uncovers dead board members,
That I did not know.
taxpayer money, and a big raise.
What is he getting money for?
All connected to this small town cemetery. And that is where we begin tonight in Little Falls, about 2 hours north of the metro.
Investigative reporter Kirsten Swanson started looking into this story after we got a tip from a viewer. Kirsten?
Yeah, what started as complaints about the maintenance of Oakland Cemetery in Little Falls quickly revealed questionable management practices and financial decisions. We also found an attempt to get taxpayer money to fund it all. When it's her time,
I would like to be somewhere in here.
Kit Gertz wants to be buried here at Oakland Cemetery in Little Falls.
My dad built the stone gates.
But the cemetery in her hometown has seen better days.
It's not mowed, it's not trimmed, it's just, it looks shabby.
It's just a shame.
Karen Miller has spent hours here digging out grass that's grown over grave markers.
This is part of the upkeep that is involved.
That upkeep is the responsibility of this man.
Brian right there.
Brian Paul Crowder, the cemetery's superintendent. Crowder is listed as the treasurer of the Oakland Cemetery Association of Little Falls, the nonprofit organization that manages the cemetery. 5 Investigates analyzed 9 years of tax filings and found every year since 2016, the nonprofit's net assets decreased. But in recent years, Brian Paul Crowder's reported compensation jumped significantly. In 2021, he made just $5,900. In 2024, nearly $80,000.
What is he doing with that money?
Mr. Crowder repeatedly declined requests to do an on-camera interview, but did answer my questions over the phone the morning we visited Oakland Cemetery.
It's been really a lot of work for me.
Crowder says he took over the upkeep after the cemetery's longtime groundskeeper resigned.
Yes, I did receive substantial increase, but it's because I worked my tail off.
Who approved the increase in the compensation?
The board.
Crowder is one member of that board. We wanted to talk to the others listed on the nonprofit's most recent tax filing. We found Judy Pulasic here, buried in the cemetery. She died in January 2025 at the age of 80. Margaret Flolid died a month later. According to her obituary, the 97-year-old spent the last decade of her life at the Highland Senior Living Facility in Little Falls.
As a courtesy for our long-standing members, we keep them on the board anyway. She had a lot of wealth of information.
But, sir, she had dementia.
Well, I don't know if she did or not.
Her son said she had been diagnosed with dementia and she was in a memory care unit in town.
She was, and we would visit her quite frequently, and we'd have our meetings at that facility.
The only other living board members we know of are Crowder's nieces.
Who is currently on your board of directors?
Our board has never been vacant. We've always had a list of people that would like to be on our board, and we're filled.
Okay, who are those individuals?
I would rather have you talk to our attorney, because I don't know if I should give out their names.
When plot owners and their families ask the same questions, they tell me they get the same answers.
So people aren't able to attend the board meetings? We don't know who the board members are.
What do you have to say to those individuals?
We're being as transparent as the IRS and our board wants us to be. We have done nothing wrong.
Are you aware that if you continue to receive the compensation you will, it appears the organization will be out of money within the next 3 years?
We're hoping that we'll get help from the state.
That help came last year in the form of a proposed $100,000 annual grant for maintenance of the Oakland Cemetery. Representative Ron Creshaw sponsored the legislation.
It was really a conversation starter.
The bill never got a hearing, and no taxpayer money went to Oakland Cemetery. But Representative Creshaw says if it had, the money would have flowed through a government agency.
I knew there was a stopgap there and that we would actually have to have a functioning nonprofit for them to adequately receive the money.
Are you concerned that if your constituents look at you wanting to give $100,000 a year to the cemetery, which by your own admission does not have a functional organization behind it, that that's a problem.
Oh, absolutely. I was trying to get some attention to this so that we could fix the local issues that are preventing this from moving forward.
Are you aware that 2 of the board of directors listed on the tax filings for Oakland Cemetery are actually dead?
That I did not know.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think that Mr. Crowder has some explaining to do.
Brian Paul Crowder has not responded to any of my follow-up calls, texts, or emails. He also didn't give me the name of the attorney he mentioned earlier in that story. And we still do not know who is currently serving on the board of directors, making decisions on behalf of this organization. The nonprofit's 2025 tax filing is not yet posted on the IRS's website, guys.
What can these plot owners do? Who has oversight in a situation like this?
Yeah, that is a question that I have been trying to answer for weeks, and still at this point, it is unclear. But coming up tomorrow night, we're going to dig into the finger pointing that is going on around this issue when these folks have asked for people to step in and force a change.
You feel for these families, Kirsten. Thank you.